right. Yep, okay. Cool. Alrighty. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so we are with Lisa Warner from Second Pres Preschool here in Louisville, Kentucky. She was my director of preschool education when I was little, and she's been doing amazing things ever since. Okay.
Quite a few years.
Quite a few years, yes. All right. So, Lisa, what is your definition of childhood?
Childhood is a journey. It's not a race.
Mm-hmm.
And childhood is where children are learning through play.
Okay.
And it's a building foundation of all the different elements of learning. It's the emotional learning, the social learning, the intellectual, it's all of it combined, and it's the strong foundation that propels all the tip of the pyramid of learning. But it's that foundation of learning.
Awesome. And then, what are the effects of on childhood today, especially with like the iPhones that parents have and computers? How do you deal with that here in Second?
Well, when you drive up, you see signs that say, no cell phone zone, that we didn't have to put up when you were a child.
No, not at all.
So it's been really interesting to see that we've even had to establish that when a parent is dropping off a child or picking up a child, that we want them to make eye contact, to focus on the child. And so I think it's kind of sad that we have to put up signs that say, no cell phone zone.
Right. Like ask your kid about your day.
Mm-hmm. And we will stand there with the child until the parent puts the phone down,
oh, wow.
so that they will actually interact with the child.
Yeah.
And part of that is it's the world of the millennial, and it's a fast pace, and they're used to the texting, and it's a constant feedback, and we have seen effects on children. We see parents drive up. We think that is affecting their brain, and it is affecting how they learn, and it is affecting their attention span, and it is affecting their sense of, I am used to being entertained, versus concrete learning that you experienced more of. So we definitely think that it increases behavioral challenges. It increases
How so, behavioral?
We think a lot of children have a harder time focusing. We don't have computers in the classroom.
Right.
We make sure that the children are really experiencing hands-on learning, and that social piece that's so critical of relationships, that they're having that experience. And some children are so used to the iPad and to apps, even infants, apps, that they're used to that. They're rewiring their brain,
Right.
And so it's harder for them to look at another child and take turns and just interact.
Because that was hard enough when I was little.
Yeah, it is. It is hard. So
Wow.
it's increased that difficulty.
Yeah.
We just had a 3-year-old whose grandparent died, and the child was asking questions about heaven and
Right.
all of these things, where before we would have kind of gone in through an explanation and read some books and
Right.
talked about it, and the child just said, "Oh, Google it."
The child said, "Google it."
Oh, just Google it.
Oh, wow.
Google heaven. And it was like, oh, that's interesting,
Wow.
for a 3-year-old to say, oh, just Google it.
Yeah. How do you usually deal with that? Because we had a section on death and dying earlier this year, and
We make it a very visible part of the life cycle. So last year the kindergartners found a dead bird, and that was not on our curriculum.
No.
But that's all they could talk about, so we brought the dead bird in. We read a story about dead birds. We took a week. We studied dead birds. We buried the dead birds. We had a ceremony for the dead birds. Then we